And now, here's your host, Chef Melody! Hi, and welcome to another episode of Cooking with Chef Melody. Tonight, we're going to make dinner. That's right, one pot pasta. Easy to make, easy to clean up. When you make pasta, it's very crucial to get your sauce going first, and that's what we're going to focus on first. I'm going to make mostaccioli noodles because that's my favorite type of pasta. So, the first thing that we're going to do actually is we're going to get our sauce going because sometimes it takes a few minutes. So you can use any sauce that you want. So I'm going to use some of my favorite sauce. And because it's only for me, I'm only going to use half the jar. But if you're making it for your family, use the whole jar. You always going to have a saucepan for your sauce. Get it? And then a pot for my pasta. And a strainer to drain my pasta. So because it's just me, I'm only going to use about a half a jar of sauce. And I'm going to pour it into my saucepan. And I'm going to get that started while I get ready to prep my pot for the pasta. And it's nice for me because as someone who is living by himself and eats by himself, this is actually 2 meals I'm getting out of the jar of sauce. Alright, so I'm going to put my saucepan, on the rear burner. And I'm going to look, as you see here, mine is the rear burner. And I'm going to turn it to 4, which is about simmer. I don't want to turn it too high because that's going to scorch the sauce. And I'm going to let the sauce get going while I get ready to prep for the pasta. Now, it has a chart here, and it's going to tell me how much to make. So the middle line is going to be for a half a box, which I'm only going to use a half a box of pasta. It's very safe. I put it on the burner. And now because it's the front burner, I'm going to go, and I'm going to turn it all the way to high to get it boiling as quickly as possible. Step 2. Put the pasta into the water and bring it back to a boil. It should only take a few seconds as the water will already be boiling. And step 3 is to stir as it cooks for the amount of time, which is 6 to 7 minutes. In my case, for mostaccioli, always read the box. It'll tell you how long to cook your choice of pasta for. And you'll see that as I put my pasta in, the water's going to stop boiling for a few seconds. And I like to turn it down a little. I don't like to cook it all the way on high. So I kind of like to cook it on medium high. As you see, the water is already boiling again. So I'm going to set my timer for 7 minutes because that was for tender pasta. And then I'm going to stir it occasionally. Water's boiling. You stir it just a little bit. You'll see the noodles will get softer as time goes. The great thing about pasta is you can clean your kitchen, and it's a very easy cleanup recipe. So I'll put my sauce in the refrigerator because I have extra sauce left, and I'm going to be good to go. And that's pretty much all I have to do to clean. If I have extra pasta, I put it into a container, and I seal it, and I have it for next time. I finished cleaning, and I still have 5 minutes left. What am I going to do? 1. 100 sit-ups and 100 push-ups and 100 squats and punches. I did all my training. It, man, I did that in 4 minutes. What? Oh, look at that. I like these because it gets rid of the water. I'm going to take it over to the sink and I'm just going to check really, really quickly. You're going to check it. You take a bite. You let it cool down. If you like, you rinse it with cold water to stop cooking if it's too hot. You're going to let your pasta drain for a minute. And then if you need the help, you can also shake it a little bit. Get some of that water that might be trapped in the middle. And let it just drain. Now that it's done draining, I'm going to take it back over to the pot. So this pot was on the burner. This was hot burner. You need to move it to a cold burner. Otherwise, it's going to scorch the pot. I'm going to dump my pasta back in. Oops. Now, you take your sauce, and I like to just dump it right in the pot. I'm going to stir it so the sauce gets evenly distributed. Okay. Sauce, you have the choice. If you don't want to mix the sauce in with the noodles, you don't have to. If you don't want sauce with your noodles, you don't have to. That's the great thing about pasta. It's so versatile. You can do a lot of different things with it. Look at that. Dinner for me. I like Parmesan cheese with my pasta, so I'm going to sprinkle a little bit on. And look at that. Take a bite. Delicious. So I'm going to rinse out my saucepan so the sauce doesn't get stuck to it. And I'm going to put a little dish soap in there. And I can't rinse out my pasta pot until I'm done eating dinner, so I will take care of that as soon as I'm done. I hope you got a lot out of this meal, and I'll see you same time, same place, cooking with Chef Matter D.